So we're jumping into Fiona Apple, right? Werewolf. And this is the studio version. Marty recommended a different version, but that video wasn't working. So I'm gonna react to this one. All right, let's jump into some Fiona Apple.
I could liken you to a werewolf, the way you left me for dead. But I admit that I provided a full moon. And I could liken you to a shark, the way you bit off my head. But then again, I was waving around a bleeding open wound. But you were such a super guy till the second you get away from me. We're like a wishing well and a bolt of electricity, but we can still support each other. All we gotta do is avoid each other. Nothing wrong.
So I find Fiona in this song, it's kind of interesting the way she starts off when she compares him to a werewolf. Like, and then I hear the aspect like, okay, I compare you to a werewolf because you did me wrong or you did me bad, right? And then she continues to say, but then again, you know, I'm the one who provided the full moon. So it's like, Fiona, somebody does you something bad. Why are you blaming yourself? You know, you're not the reason why this bad thing has happened to you, or you're not the reason why someone chose to do a specific action, you know? I don't think Fiona in this song is catering to that. She's more seeing herself as the reason why somebody did something bad to her. Right? And that is quite sad and unreasonable, but it is art. Fiona was a very interesting singer, the way she writes her music as well. So very much expected in a sense, you know, from the first song I listened. That song, I think it's Every Night. It's Every Night, right, Fiona? I think so. That one had more. She was more aggressive, and this one I could see herself, you know, allowing the person or situation, or allowing herself to be the reason why somebody act a particular way. Like, no, you don't control anyone's behavior, right?
When a song ends in a minor key, nothing wrong when a song ends in a minor key. The lava of a volcano shot up hot from under the sea. One thing to another, you made an island of me. And I could liken you to a chemical, the way you made me compound to compound. But I'm a chemical too inevitable, you and me wouldn't mix. And I could liken you to a lot of things, but I always come around. Cause in the end, I'm a sensible girl. I know the fiction of the fix, but you are such a super guy till the second you get away from me. We're like a wishing well and a bolt of electricity, but we can still support each other. All we gotta do is avoid each other.
We can still support each other. All we gotta do is avoid each other. A very interesting way to kind of put it. So basically, we could still be good towards each other once we don't see each other, right? We could talk good things about each other, but just let me not see you, because all of these memories and feelings are going to resurface, and I'm going to probably hate you again. Something like that, something along the lines. But again, Fiona Apple is such an interesting songwriter. because you're listening to her and you can generally visualize. Because while I was listening to her, I was visualizing all the aspects that she's talking about. When she talks about a shark, she was like, "You're a shark that like bit her head off or something like that," and she was like, "Oh, but it was my fault because I was wounded and I had blood on me. So of course sharks are attracted to um, blood, right?" And it kind of got me thinking. Instead of, is she taking responsibility for some of her actions? So for example, if you're in the middle of a sea and you get accidentally scraped or something, your blood drips in the water, the shark is attracted to that. What can you do to protect yourself from that? Sometimes you don't even know sharks are in the water. You go in the water, sharks attack you, scratched you, shark caused you to bleed, right? But you're already bleeding, so the shark is more attracted to you because now you're bleeding. So it's a very interesting take on her lyrics. I really like the way she writes, and the way the song is just kind of composed, really kind of just sad and introspective, really. So I don't know if she's taking responsibility because she contributes to the issues, or if she's downplaying um, herself. You know, an interesting song though.
Nothing wrong when a song ends in a minor key. Nothing wrong when a song ends in a minor key. Nothing wrong when a song ends in a minor key. Nothing wrong when a song ends in a minor key.
All right, so really nice song. I'm now noticing this note at the bottom of the screen. Let me see if I could. Oh, it's just 360 dp. All right. So it says the idler wheel is wiser than the driver of the screw, and the whipping chorus will serve you more than ropes will ever do. Interesting. I really enjoy the art piece. Every time I see her art piece, I'm always like, what was your feeling when you agreed to this or created this? So I think what I'm seeing here, I wish I could blow it up so I can get a closer look. So many colors, you see. It takes the dimensions of like a marine creature, maybe like a fish or something, in my opinion, the way it's shaped. And then we see Fiona's eyes, I'm assuming, and in the other side it's just like this. I don't even know what it is, but it looks like a person. You could see like a person is within that, and it's so colorful. It has a nose, it has a lip, it has one eye, but it still kind of reminds me of a marine creature, like a fish. It's just an interesting, and the colors, and oh, Fiona's mind. What I would do just to get into her mind. But what do you think about that? Nice Fiona. She is so real, but with a sultry voice. I think, I still think she has been a bad girl. She has been careless. Boyd. Boyd. Interesting. Fiona Apple, guys. Wonderful werewolf studio version. I enjoyed that. Very introspective song. Not about me though, but just to take a look at myself sometimes. Am I the one contributing to the issues, or am I allowing someone to take advantage? You know, those questions in my head now. Every time I listen to a song, I just, and the song has like such a deep, impactful meaning. I'm just like going and think about myself. I always aspire to be better than I was the previous day. If there comes a point where I find myself making really terrible decisions and compare myself from who I am now to who I was yesterday, and I feel like I've gone backwards instead of increasing in my my growth. I'm very much, I it's unacceptable. It's unacceptable to live stagnantly, and it's unacceptable to not grow. And when I mean grow, I don't mean like you only go upwards, but you're having a pattern whereby you're learning every day. So it might not be that you're always heading up, but even if I, you know, digress from my initial path, I want a point to come whereby I'm always self reflecting and always being able to head back in my direction, you know? And to be able to forgive myself for my mistakes as well. And that's very important. I just wanted to put that there. It's very important to kind of like acknowledge things and to forgive yourself. And I think a lot of people find that hard. I find that hard on myself. Like uh, when I do things and I reflect and I say, why did I do something? It's very hard for me to forgive myself because I always feel like I should have known better. But it's very important that you kind of like realize your mistakes and just keep on growing from them. Very nice recommendation. I don't know why I went into a whole side talk, but yeah, awesome. Fiona Apple, everyone.